It's the day of the Lens Awards, which is taking place this evening, and I'm joined by Mark Lethbridge, who is founder of Gravity Global. Welcome.
Thank you.
For joining us.
Thank you for the invite.
And they're shortlisted for several categories tonight, including Best Animation and Best Creative Execution, among many others. Could you give us some insight to your work with Embraer and sort of what's it all about and what is this campaign about?
Yeah, by all means. I mean, I guess Embraer is a Brazilian aircraft manufacturer, and they are the third largest in the world, behind Boeing and Airbus. But not a lot of people know about Embraer, and we've been working with them for many, many years. And the idea here is always about trying to get a disproportionate share of attention for all our clients, including Embraer, because they can't outspend the giants in the category, but they can outthink them and outsmart them and use creativity to get what we call this disproportionate share of attention. And the reason attention is so important is because there's a direct correlation between market attention and market share. And so that's what we've been trying to do for Embraer.
And in trying to cultivate that attention, you've gone down the avenue of animation and also sort of humour in your campaign. Why did you choose that direction?
Well, I think it's about disruption in the category. And even though we had to deliver some fairly plain statements around the innovations that Embraer were bringing to the marketplace, we wanted to stand out and disrupt the category. And so the way we chose to do that was to lean into what we call universal emotions. And in this instance, we chose a penguin to be the character in the animation.
And what is specifically disruptive about that?
So in the category, what you will typically see in aviation, and this was designed for to be launched at the world's largest air show in Paris. Typically what you see is very functional statements about the performance of an aircraft. And of course, we had to do that too, right? You have to deliver why those innovations are valuable and unique to Embraer. But you can tell that story in a very emotional, imaginative way. And in aviation, they typically don't do that. And so that's why we thought that by doing that, it would be different. It would lean into people's emotions. And our framework in developing creative work really fits into three buckets. We call it fame, admiration, and belief. And the first thing is, build out the fame for the client. And to do that, sometimes you have to be bold, don't you? You have to show things in an unexpected way. And so that was the idea of driving up attention and brand fame. And the next thing is, you've got to like that business, right? You don't buy from organizations you don't like. And we call it admired, to get admired. And so often that's about showing that you're approachable. And in these large enterprise clients, this approachability, let's call it, is sometimes really challenging. And we wanted to demonstrate that Embraer are really good partners, people that are accessible, you can speak to them, you can work with them, and show the human side of the organization. And so that's why we felt that was disruptive to the rest of the category. I hope that answered the question.
It does. And what does that disruption look like, and sort of what impact has that had?
So obviously it's about results at the end of the day. And we pride ourselves at Gravity for being recognized as the world's most awarded for marketing effectiveness. And so it's always about results. And this campaign drove incredible engagement. You can see it by looking at the number of engagements on YouTube, for example. But it also correlates, and I said to you, share of attention equals share of market. It also correlates to their most successful year, which was last year.
Yeah.
So hopefully we help them achieve that. I'm not overclaiming it, by the way, but I hope we through our work, help them achieve that standout and get more sales at the end of the day.
Well, it sounds like a really interesting and fun campaign.
Certainly was fun.
And best of luck in the Lens Awards tonight. Thank you for giving us some insight.
I hope that was interesting.